This is Christoffer. After more than 1.5 years of making recorded video discussions on a weekly basis, Amos Zweig and I will no longer record philosophy discussions together or publish them on YouTube. There are several reasons for this. For me, the primary reason was theological. As a traditional Catholic, I have to take Catholic principles seriously and without compromise. One such principle is that Catholics should not associate too much or too freely with people who obstinately reject the gospel after several attempts to convert them. According to the Catholic faith, a man who pertinaciously rejects the true faith is under the condemnation of God. It is a bad idea to record video discussions with such a person unless there is a good reason to do so. Since Amos Zweig has obstinately rejected Catholicism and theism, despite numerous cases of me presenting him with irrefutable evidence that Catholicism and theism are true, the right thing to do would be to end the video discussion tradition. That does not mean that many of our discussions have not been interesting and of value, but our discussions about philosophy would, in a way, imply that we could enjoy philosophical talks regularly while laying aside religious differences, as if they are of secondary importance. However, God and salvation are infinitely more important than secular and worldly subjects. It would be a bad idea to simply ignore our religious differences for the sake of discussing other philosophical issues. Moreover, Amos Zweig and I have different interests. I am more interested in spreading and promoting the Catholic faith and true positions connected to this faith. We also have different approaches on how to go about discussing certain philosophical topics. He wants participants in a philosophical discussion to be open to new perspectives and to be willing to reconsider one's own beliefs. However, traditional Catholics cannot be open to reconsider their beliefs regarding the faith. Anyone who chooses to doubt or reconsider Catholic teaching, even on just one point, is a heretic. I am certain of my faith and I desire to spread it to others. Neither can I reconsider obvious moral truths, such as that abortion is evil and should be illegal. Amos Zweig, on the other hand, desires conversations without dogmatism. Hence, for these reasons also, continuing having philosophical discussions would not work. Some might ask why I have not decided to end this video discussion project earlier. The reason is that I was not willing to abide by Catholic principles and their applications seriously enough for a long time. I was not even a true Catholic for much of the time. Only relatively recently this year was I willing to take Catholic principles seriously enough and without compromise to make this decision. I also got confirmation that this was the right thing to do by a reliable source, after which I was certain that I would do this. I regret not having made this decision before, and I regret starting the video discussion project in the first place in 2020. Also, it has become clearer over time that Amos Zweig and I have our differences in approach. My approach has become more absolute in defending the truth and rejecting heresies. And I have become increasingly interested in promoting the gospel than merely discussing philosophy for its own sake. Amos Zweig has perceived me as having become more dogmatic. Indeed, Catholics should be dogmatic when it comes to their faith and positions on morals. Also, I have tried to convince him of theism and the Catholic faith several times. Our last video was my last attempt at doing this. Concerning the future of our already published content, this YouTube channel, The Philosophy Show, will soon be deleted. Some of our videos will also no longer appear on YouTube because those videos would give impressions not fully in line with the theological principles I have presented here. If you want to see my other content on YouTube, you can visit my Norwegian YouTube channel, Christoffer Bøhlen Official Channel. Also, I have created a traditional Catholic English-speaking YouTube channel called Catholic Tradition. For the moment, there is no content on that channel, but hopefully, God willing, there will be content there in the future. Links will be shared in the description below. I end this video by giving you, the viewer, an extremely important message. It can actually be proven with absolute certainty that God exists and that Catholicism is the true religion. This means that it can be proven with certainty that heaven and hell exist, and that one must become a traditional Catholic to avoid eternity in hell and to attain eternal happiness in heaven. It can also be proven that Catholicism is the true position in our day, that Francis is not a true pope, and that the new Mass is invalid, that you must avoid it. Please visit the website VaticanCatholic.com, which contains amazing resources providing evidence for the Catholic faith and crucial information on how to save your soul. In the description below, you will find a link to that website, as well as links to specific resources providing evidence for Catholicism, both from that website and other sources.